Here's a provocative question. Who really rules your home, you or your cat? Most of us think we're in charge. We buy the food, fill the water bowl, scoop the litter, and decide where the cat bed goes. But every cat owner knows that look, the slow, unblinking stare, the deliberate tail flick that says, "You may think you're the boss, but in this house there are rules." Cats don't hand you a list of do's and don'ts when they move in. Their expectations are unwritten, passed down from thousands of years of feline instinct and refined through their quiet partnership with humans. Some of these rules are funny, some are about survival. Others reveal a depth of feline wisdom that might surprise you. Today on Furry Facts, we're going to uncover the unwritten rules cats expect you to follow. Understanding these rules won't just make you a better cat companion. It will open your eyes to the incredible, often mysterious nature of your feline friend. Rule number 1, a cat's space is sacred. Cats are both predators and prey in nature. That means they crave security, a place to observe without being disturbed. When a cat carves out a favorite corner of the sofa, a perch by the window, or even the top of the fridge, that spot becomes part of its personal world. Invading it without invitation, by picking them up when they're resting or blocking access to their hideout, can break a deep, instinctual rule. A story of trust earned. Saffron, a shy tortoiseshell rescue, refused to come out from under the couch for weeks. Her new human resisted the urge to drag her out or corner her. Instead, they sat quietly nearby each evening, reading aloud in a gentle voice. One day, Saffron peeked out. A week later, she jumped onto the couch. Months later, she was a lap cat. The unspoken rule had been honored: space first, trust follows. Cats expect us to understand that respect for boundaries isn't a barrier to love, it's the foundation of it. In the wild, cats hunt at dawn and dusk. Even in our modern homes, they're creatures of habit. Routine makes them feel safe. A cat expects meals at consistent times. They look for familiar cues: the sound of the food bag rustling, the same bowl in the same spot, playtime at a certain hour. The breakfast protest. M sharp. If breakfast is late, he begins his campaign. Gentle meows that escalate to loud yowls, then the ultimate feline protest, knocking items off the nightstand. To Oliver, the broken routine isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a breach of trust. Cats thrive when the world feels predictable. Honoring routine is one of their unwritten laws. For cats, cleanliness isn't just preference, it's survival. In the wild, a dirty spot could attract predators or signal illness. That instinct remains strong in domestic cats. A litter box that isn't clean breaks one of their most important rules. Many so-called behavioral problems are actually protests against an unclean space. Luna's lesson. Luna, a sweet calico, suddenly started avoiding her litter box. Her owner assumed it was a medical issue. But the vet gave Luna a clean bill of health. The real issue? The box wasn't being cleaned often enough. When her human began scooping twice daily and refreshing litter weekly, Luna's bad behavior vanished. Cats expect their humans to understand. A clean litter box isn't a courtesy, it's respect. Cats communicate more with body language than with sound. They expect you to learn at least a few phrases in their silent language. The most famous is the slow blink, a half-lidded, unhurried closing and opening of the eyes. Among cats, it's a sign of peace and trust, a tiny gesture with big meaning. Strangers often make the mistake of rushing toward a cat or trying to pet them immediately. To a cat, that's rude, like a stranger barging into your personal space. The polite greeting is subtle. A sideways approach, a calm voice, a slow blink. In a cat's mind, your home isn't just a home, it's a mapped territory. Every favorite nap spot, window perch, or high shelf is part of their world. Disrupting that too often by constantly rearranging furniture or blocking access to their lookout spots can unsettle them deeply. Simba's lesson. Simba, a tabby with a bold personality, suddenly started scratching the couch. His family had recently moved his scratching post to a quiet corner. To them, it was a small change. To Simba, his important scent-marked object had been displaced. The moment they returned the post to its original spot by the window, Simba stopped clawing the furniture. Cats expect their humans to recognize the significance of their territory and to respect it. Play isn't just a pastime for cats, it's practice for the hunt, a way to exercise both body and mind. A cat that doesn't get enough play often becomes restless, anxious, or destructive. Providing toys and interactive sessions is part of living by their unwritten rules. Machi the Midnight Hunter, by tearing across the house like a tiny panther. Her owner realized Machi's wild streak came from pent-up energy. By adding a 15-minute evening play session with a wand toy, Machi became calmer at night. Her instinct to hunt had been honored. Cats expect humans to understand that play is not a luxury, it's a need. For a cat, the way you handle food is an expression of trust. Most cats prefer multiple small meals rather than a single large one. Fresh water is essential. Many cats instinctively distrust still water and prefer fountains or dripping taps. A curious behavior? Some cats paw at the floor near their food bowl as if burying it. This odd behavior is a throwback to their wild ancestors, who would cover leftovers to hide them from predators. Meeting a cat's dining expectations isn't about pampering, it's about showing you understand their needs. Cats often get labeled as aloof, but they value companionship on their own terms. Sometimes that means snuggling on your lap. Other times, it's just sharing the same room in silence. Juno's presence. Juno, an elderly gray tabby, followed his human from room to room but always kept a small distance. He didn't want to be picked up, he just wanted to be near. Cats expect humans to appreciate the power of quiet presence, that sometimes simply sitting together is the deepest form of connection. Cats have some unspoken expectations that seem odd to us, but they make perfect sense in feline logic. Rule: follow me to the bathroom. Many cats accompany their humans to the bathroom. It's not just curiosity, it's instinct. In the wild, cats would stick close to their group during vulnerable moments. Rule: let me watch you sleep. Some cats perch near their humans' beds or on their chests at night. It's partly about warmth, but also about staying close while you're at your most defenseless. Rule: don't laugh at my gifts. When a cat drops a toy mouse at your feet, or worse, a real one, it's not being gross. It's sharing a prize, a token of respect. Laughing or scolding breaks the rule of gratitude. Rule: understand my slow blink. The slow blink isn't just a cute quirk. Cats live by rules that seem strange to us but are deeply rooted in their survival and social instincts. The unwritten rules cats expect us to follow aren't demands, they're invitations. Invitations to build trust, to respect boundaries, to honor routine, to share companionship in silence as much as in play. Cats don't need us to be perfect, they just need us to notice, to see the world a little more like they do. Living by a cat's code can teach us patience, respect, and the value of small, consistent acts of care. If this journey into the silent rules of cats made you see your feline companion in a new light, help us share that insight. Click subscribe to join the Furry Facts family and help us reach our first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Your support lets us bring more stories that celebrate the wonder and wisdom of our feline friends. And tell us in the comments, which unwritten cat rule surprised you the most, or which one your cat insists you follow every single day? Your stories can help other cat lovers understand the secret language of their pets.